знаю, только с кармана достал, как полетели проценты вниз. Only Apple does that.
Hey everyone, welcome to Voice of Ukraine. We have some some breaking updates. First of all, let's give it a few seconds, let some more people join. Folks, start smashing those hearts so we could get as many people, because we have a lot of breaking news to fill you in on what's happening. As you can see, Alexander is out there in the middle of the snow. He's on his way back home right now. He just dropped off. For those of you that haven't noticed, take a look. I just put out a letter giving some updates. Alexander has just delivered a few generators, and I know his battery's dying. So, Alexander, why don't talk to us, just in case if we lose you?
Well, hello everybody. I want to thank everybody for your support, for your generous donations, for giving me a chance, giving us a chance to do what we do. Today, we just gave the one generator in the Kiev suburbs to the medical group, the one that teaches new medics and come out when there is an emergency. So they're very grateful that they're going to be sending us more tanks later. We'll post it as we get. And we also send another generator to another medical group, but closer to the front lines, the one that actually helps the wounded. So today's a great day. And as there's a lot of hope in the world, supposedly, for the peace talks, but in Ukraine, there is no peace. Over almost up to 24 hours, the River Rock is being like, oh my God, it's been just hit and hit and hit, because I've been talking to people their life. So it's like what they're telling me is they keep on sending me stuff. They said, remember you were here? Remember you were here? Well, it's not there anymore. It's not there anymore. So it's like, it's horrible that everybody's talking about something else, but except what's important, with the people dying. And there were warnings of another attack. Sirens, they were on for about 3 times. And they slowly beginning to give a little more power, a little heat. But the heat that comes, that's not the heat. That's I guess it's psychological. So if you think you got the heat, your body probably feels warmer. So it's, but nevertheless. But listen, as long as you're standing, we are strong. And the longer we stand, the stronger we get. And that's why I'm so grateful to be part of this community, Voice of Ukraine community, because there is such a strength. Because no matter what time, you're always there. No matter what we gotta do, no matter how we gotta help, you're always there. God bless you all. Literally, God bless everybody that stand with Ukrainian people. Thank you all.
God bless you guys, absolutely, and God bless you, Alex, and for all the work you do. I'm going to share with the folks some incredible news that we had. More miracles have happened today, folks. And Laura just actually asked about food. It's like you read our mind, Laura. Today I woke up in the morning, and yesterday I put a post out on our X page and all the pages about Alexander delivering generators and how people are starving. And today, Jose Andres, Chef Jose Andres from the World Kitchen, basically retweeted my post and contacted me and said that we have lots of food right now, but we don't have how to keep them warm. We need generators. We need help. I responded right away to him. I said, give me your people in Ukraine. We got Alexander. Alexander already got in touch with the World Kitchen people in Ukraine. And it was an incredible story. Why don't you tell them the story? Because look how God works in mysterious ways. Let me just tell everybody a little bit, remind them. So for those of you that don't remember, Alexander used to, for many years, we used to work to help the Global Empowerment Mission, one of the groups that was powered by Howard Buffett, and helping them all over Ukraine. Alexander used to be on the front lines delivering the aid to them until we started doing it ourselves. So go ahead, Alexander. Tell us. You called, right?
And yeah, well, I have a 2% of If I cut off, I cut off. Anyway, so but this person that's in charge right now, she used to be on the Warren Buffett Foundation, and she used to monitor everything we did. So I know everything, and we met. We met before. She tells me, "What a small world," because I was there in the office and we had a meeting with Buffett, Branson, and everybody. She was there, so she remembers that day when we were making plans. So our first project is now coming into our second project. This is because the
Incredible.
Gem was our first project. Because if it wasn't for you, there would be no probably no Gem in Ukraine. But even if it was, it would be on a total different level because you
That's all
it was
good.
a
We're
miracle.
good.
It was a miracle what we did.
We got the miracles keep happening, and that's why thanks to you folks, incredible. Just wanted to also let you know that keeps spreading the generator because Alexander's out there. We're working right now on securing more generators and other supplies that are heating supplies that are needed right now. Not only for World Kitchen, not Warren Buffett, Howard Buffett. If we could, if we're trying to reach out to Howard Buffett because if we could get Howard Buffett back on our team, and if he would know Alexander what we were doing, we wouldn't have any funding problems, folks. We wouldn't have to be doing these GoFundmes. He would be helping out. He helps out. A lot
God
in
willing.
Ukraine. So maybe this is part of the way we manifest, the way my sister says, positive energy. If we keep positive energy, maybe next thing you know, maybe one of you, maybe somebody out there know Howard. Let him know Alexander's out there. He knows who Alexander is, and we're trying to reach out to Howard Buffett. We just don't have his contacts, but if we could reach out to him, he would be a tremendous help to what we are doing. And I'm going to actually also let Chef Jose Andreas know. Maybe we could connect. So, but in the meantime, until we get Howard Buffett, it's on us. So, guys, God bless you. Continue supporting Ukraine. We're getting more generators right now. We got a few hospitals also, I think, right? And Alexander,
Yeah.
they're waiting for them.
I'm talking to some children homes that the children with the special medical care, they're having problems with electricity and stuff. So I'm trying to get contacts to go help them. Slava Ukraini, guys. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.
We are standing.
Alex,
We are standing, and we are already winning.
we-
The longer we stand, the more we win. So we are standing, and thanks to your help, thanks to your support, we are able to stand.
Alex, we love you, man. Get home to your family. I know you're freezing out there, yeah, so and your battery's gonna die. So get home to your family. Well,
I gotta
tomorrow
go.
maybe we'll go try and do another live. But
Yep.
keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep reporting and letting everybody know everything. By the way, also Alex and Philip met up, and now we got generator going out to Philip's studio. So we're gonna get Philip's studio up and running, and they're gonna be able to at
Yes.
least have
Yes.
a place, right,
Yes.
Alexander?
That's
So.
that's happening tomorrow. That's happening tomorrow as we speak. I'm arranging all that. It's gonna
That
get
sounds
all done. Slava
all right.
Ukraini, guys. I gotta go.
Geroy
Love you
Slava. All right,
guys.
brother. Stay
Thank you.
safe.
Love you
Stay
guys.
safe,
All
brother.
right. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Folks, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh, well, that a lot of good news, a lot of a lot of things happening. Continue. Make sure keep smashing those hearts and keep smashing, making sure that GoFundMe keeps spreading it until we get either Howard Buffett or some of the bigger players involved to be able to. In the meantime, it's on us. But folks, think about our platform here, how much good we're doing, and how much news we're doing. That Chef Jose Andres reached out himself just from watching what we're doing. People are starting to notice. People are starting to spread. And that's why I said to you, we are more than just a community. We are a family, and a family sticks together. And we're more than a family. We become a family that's become a powerful movement, and really the resistance to all of this. craziness, dictatorship, whatever you want to call it, all over the world. But let me bring you up to speed on some of the breaking news that I have to share with you, because I know the media is not talking about it. I know there's a lot of things happening here locally that we're going to be talking about later on. I'll be going live with Ben Mycelis, some probably around somewhere this afternoon around 5, 6 o'clock, to discuss some of the Ukrainian stuff, also about some of the stuff that we're going to be doing together to make sure to get more information out there to be able to spread it. Also, folks, if you can, please make sure, yes, somebody, Karen, just remind me, sign the petition. Please, it costs no money. It costs nothing. Please make sure today everybody should not only sign the petition that we have out there, please spread it where in the chat. If you guys can, I'll also put it out there later again. But we have a petition set up having to do with the Epstein files, folks. There's 3 individuals that are currently already named in the Epstein files that we want to be able to have the Congress to start subpoenaing them and start questioning them. One is Michael Cohen, one is Michael Wolff, the other one is Steve Bannon. There are others that we will name to the list because it doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, Independent. If your name's going to be listed, we will want accountability. So please, if you haven't yet, that should be the number one thing today is signing that petition and having at least another 1 or 2 people that you know passing it on and having them sign it. It takes a second. It's a signature, but each and every one of your signature is your voice, and it means so much because when we go to Congress, when I share that with Congressman Ro Khanna, when we give it to them, when all of Congress get it, they're going to see the support that we have is standing behind. Because if you take a look at the 2 subjects that we're talking about right now that are not being talked about in the news is Ukraine and the Epstein files. We're talking about everything else. As somebody asked where the petition is. If you have it, can you please put it in the chat? If you could just put the petition in the chat and also the GoFundMe for Ukraine, Alexander. So we have those 2 things in the chat and also the petition. If somebody could post that for those that don't have it. For those also, I will be posting. If you're joining later, I will be posting it later in the next 30, 40 minutes after we're done. And I will have also all of this, the GoFundMe, the petition, the volunteer group, all in the letter that I'll send out later with this video. But I want to talk to you about some important stuff that's happening right now because of what is right now. I don't know if you guys know, but there's yesterday I reported on and I told you that the Davos fiasco, theatrics, whatever you want to call it, that's what it was. Basically, you saw Vladimir Zelensky come out and literally tell the world exactly what he felt, tell the world exactly that what's happening, how this whole Greenland fiasco, how Trump played it by taking NATO and threatening them with invasion and trying to this it was all set up to basically, just like Zelensky said yesterday, just like we were talking about, not only to distract from what's happening here at home, not only to distract from the Epstein files, not only to distract from the ICE campaign that he has unleashed at home and the threats of canceling our election, but also, very importantly, they wanted to make sure, take your eye off the ball, what's happening in Ukraine. And it's very sad, but let me tell you what is on the table today. Later, you'll probably hear the media talk about how there's a trilateral meeting happening. So today, in Abu Dhabi, there's a meeting happening between the Russians, the Americans, and the Ukrainians. That meeting is going to be peace. Talked about how it's peace, but basically, it's not about peace. It's about putting Ukraine's feet to the fire and some of the things. And I wrote about my letter today, and I recommend, if you haven't read it yet, that you all go read the letter that I put out probably about 30, 40 minutes ago before we went live. But basically, let me get some of the here straight from, I'll give you some of the things that are being talked about. So this is what my sources are reporting, that multiple, I'll just read it to you out of the letter for those of you. My sources are reporting multiple documents being prepared as the foundation of a potential peace framework, which is going to be later talked by all the major networks. One major component is about territory in exchange for money. What I'm hearing specifically today is that Ukraine is being expected to fully withdraw from the Donbass area for a so-called reconstruction plan totaling $800 billion. So basically, Trump and the Russians are promising, not the Russians, let me reframe because that's wrong. Trump, through a group of his oligarchs, Americans, are offering $800 billion for Zelensky to, not to Zelensky, but to Ukraine as reconstruction money, but they have to give up Donbass. Another component, which is, I mean, I can't even explain to you. We'll get to it. Another component involves supposedly U.S. security guarantees and European troop support in Ukraine territory. Now, I want to be able to say that to you that is just nonsense. That's never going to happen because Russia's never going to allow that to happen. I could tell you ahead of time because this is what is being proposed right now. Some of the stuff. This is how they're trying to get Zelensky to the table to at least where he's already negotiating dollar for land, because that's like I told you, it's all about dollars and cents. But here's the sequencing structure being discussed, meaning Ukraine would be expected to give up Donbass first before anything else actually was delivered. So they want Ukraine to give up the land now. They want Ukraine to give up all the leverage they have, to give up their sovereignty, and all Ukraine is going to get in return is a promise for $800 billion and a promise of guarantees to come later. As I write in my letter, I also talk about that that's exactly, if you take a look, exactly what they did in the Middle East. In the Middle East, what they do, they went out there, they destroyed it, they basically, and now they're trying to rebuild it by supposedly having this peace group, peace network come in. Total bullshit. That's why I'm talking about. That's why folks smash those hard. That's why I make sure we spread this message so we are ahead of, so we could get ahead of what they're trying to be ahead of their propaganda that they're going to try to spread, because we don't, the next thing they're going to try to spread on right-wing media and all over the place, that Ukraine is the one that doesn't want to make a deal. So I want to make it clear. So this is what they say. First of all, Donbass is not just a talking point to be traded in a conference room. It's a strategic territory, folks. But the most important thing that they don't even talk about, it's Ukrainian lives. It's Ukrainian families. And it's an entire region that already has been brutalized. Donbass has been brutalized for going on since 2014 for 12 years, folks. Now, the other thing that's interesting that they don't want to talk about is they're offering $800 billion, right? And it seems like, oh, generous offer, right? Even if they were to give it to, what you don't understand, Donbass is a strategic point. It's worth, they have over trillions and trillions of dollars of minerals in there. So it's not about anybody trying to help anybody. It's about them trying to steal it, them trying to take it, and trying to basically take it away. Meanwhile, like Alexander said, today, the bombardment, there were over 70 drones, ballistic missiles in the middle of that destruction. There were also over 90 miners, folks, that were trapped underground in the freezing cold. Thank God the operations were able to get them out. I mean, here we have it. And I wanted to tell you, because I want to do this quick voice from Ukraine update to give you up to date, because the media, nobody's talking about it, nobody's reporting on it, not only about the destruction that's going on, but what is actually the backroom deals that are happening that started in Davos. And let me reframe myself. This really does start happening in Davos. This started happening going back to 2017, 2018, when the relationships between Kushner, Dmitriev, Witkoff started really formulating. And now you're seeing it play out now, 8 years later, 7, 8 years later, we're seeing it, what is now being fermented. And what I'm also hearing from my sources, that the other things that is being discussed on the American side with the Russians, that was discussed yesterday when Kushner and Witkoff were and had that 3.5 hour meeting. Some of the stuff that was discussed there is the energy deal, the plan of how America and Russia, how America and Russia, I don't even know how I explain this to you, is going to now take over because Europe and Trump said it, and it's so amazing that Trump said it at Davos when he turned around and said that Europe does not know, they want windmills, they don't know how to deal with their energy. It was all part of a preamp setup, whatever you want to call it, a dementia moment, however you want to call it. But basically, some of the things that we discussed yesterday in Moscow was Nord Stream 2, the resurrection of Nord Stream 2, so, who would run it. Obviously, it would be, the discussions about, Trump donors, some of the names being floated. I'm going to talk about later, right? About, some of the people that are being floated as far as running it. So, I mean, that's where we're at. Right now, they're in Abu Dhabi. Yes, we have trilateral meetings, as they want to call them, but these are not meetings. This is strictly PSYOP, to be able to then flip the media. That's why if anybody's read my letter yesterday and saw Zelensky's face, or if you saw Zelensky in actual Davos and you saw his words and what he said, you would understand that we're coming to that point, folks, where I've been warning you, where the world is kind of turning their back. And yes, I don't think that the Europeans are going to walk away completely from Ukraine. Absolutely not. But you have to understand, every day that the Europeans don't stand for Ukraine. So the fact that the past week leading up to this Davos meeting, instead of talking about an incredible, what's it called, to be able to talk about peace, to be able to destroy in Ukraine, to make that the number one subject in Davos. That was not the number one subject. Leading up to it, what was the number one subject? That Donald Trump was planning on invading Greenland. Those of you that have been following me, those of you that have been watching, I came out for the past week, have been telling you it's a distraction. I spoke to the White House, people in the White House directly, and they told me it's all a setup. Trump was never planning on invading military into Greenland. And for all the pundits out there running around screaming that, we're going to World War III, that was part of the game plan. Because what happened is, and you saw it, as soon as Trump got there, besides embarrassing and going after, but the first thing he said when he walked in, he said, we're not going to invade. We're not going to use military force in Greenland. And he smirked and he laughed. He said, it makes a lot of you feel better. So as you see, again, I hate to be right, and it's not about being right, but the good part about it is our sources are good, and we need to utilize that and make sure that we spread the message far and wide and be ahead of the game, just like what's happening right now. Thanks, Pegs. Keep saying it. The Epstein files. That's why, extremely, what a lot of people say, what do the Epstein files have to do with Ukraine? What do the Epstein files have to do with ICE? What do the Epstein files have to do with Venezuela? What do the Epstein files have to do with our economy, folks? That's the tool that we have today. The Epstein files is what unites unfortunately, is the only thing that unites, and is a bipartisan issue in Congress today. That's the only thing that we could use to somehow start holding accountability and stop Donald Trump and his minions from doing what they're doing. It's the only way we could somehow probably be able to take the gavel over before even the midterms. It's the only way that we could probably be able to stop him from canceling elections or doing insurrection act. That's why I say the Epstein files are important, not just for the survivors, not just for justice, not just for accountability, but the Epstein survivors are extremely important for Ukraine. The Epstein survivors are extremely important for the immigrants that are being treated by ICE, the American citizens that are being taken, our rights are being taken away every day. That's why it's extremely, extremely important for you to sign that petition. Besides everything, the petition to sign your name is free. That's why each and every one of you should be going out there today. Make it your mission to say, you know what? I'm going to find 2, 3 people to sign that petition, because the more names we have, the more power, the more we show our voices. Because eventually, I'm going to take that petition and I'm going to go to people like Congressman Ro Khanna, Congressman Massey. I'm going to take, and take them with it and take that petition. And we need to have millions of votes. It shouldn't be thousands. It should be, because everybody should want to sign that. Everybody should want to see accountability. Everybody, but sometimes we get lazy. Sometimes we just see it and we just go past it and think somebody else will sign it. Sometimes we don't click on it and we have so much going on. And I understand it. I do it myself. But I'm telling you guys, this is not the time. That's why I'm saying to you, it's not about money. It's not about even getting out of your house or doing anything. It's simply clicking on a button, filling out your name, signing that petition, and making a phone call to one, two, three, four, five, as many people as you can, and you say, today I want you to sign it, and everybody else sign it, because that's how we're going to get our voices heard. Because, folks, just think about it. That petition is asking for us to be able to question under oath 3 individuals that have probably all the smoking guns that we would need to be able to destroy Donald Trump and the cabal before those even Epstein files come out. We have Michael Wolf, who has we've seen through all the files that have come out, his an incredible, crazy relationship with Epstein, from not only being a journalist, but to being an actual confidant, to being somebody that was advising him. Michael Wolf has come out on plenty of shows, on live TV, on here on Substack, raised close to $1 million to sue Melania, did all of this. He said on Wajahid Ali's show, he says, I have videos, I have pictures. What is he waiting for? Why are we not petitioning? Where are those pictures? Where's that picture with that stain of Donald Trump and these young girls laughing at him that he said he has? So we need to subpoena him. We could do that now. We need him now. We don't need to wait until some more Epstein files drop. We could have him. Michael Wolf needs to be subpoenaed and questioned under oath in front of the whole world to see, and have him and subpoena all of his documents, those pictures, those videos that he's come out and said. Next, you have Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon is somebody that's also all over the Epstein files. You see him talking between Epstein about Trump all the way up to 2018, folks, while Trump is in office, while Trump is right before Trump is meeting with in Helsinki with Putin. You have conversations with Epstein. You see emails. It's black and white. What else do we need? That is the Epstein drop. Assume nothing else comes out and this is all we have. This is what we need to deal with, and we can't wait. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. So that's why I want to say to you. And then the besides the cherry on top is Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen could be the straw that breaks this whole thing open, because Michael Cohen was involved at a time, and might be involved with a victim, the only victim that went out there, a 13-year-old girl by the name of Katie Johnson, by a synonym of the Jane Doe. They came out there and basically had the strength to file an actual criminal complaint against Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. An actual criminal complaint. She swore under oath. Her lawyers, Lisa Bloom, very reputable firm. And mysteriously, this victim, this young girl, is all of a sudden disappears, and several right before the elections. And who was the fixer at that time? It was Michael Cohen. Who was involved in everything that was going on in Donald Trump? It was Michael Cohen. Who stood out and said, I'm going to take a bullet for you? It was Michael Cohen. So let me remind you, what's it called? I'm not blaming, I'm not saying, I'm not accusing. I want him under oath to say the truth, because he sat here. He's given you stories. He's told you about this Jane Doe. There is no Jane Doe. There is no other case. And if there is, Michael, bring us the case number under oath. I don't want you to come out here and speak to me. I don't want you to keep lying to the people out there, telling him it's about some pardon with you and Jesse Jackson. I mean, some other grift you're now working on. I don't need to hear. We need the truth. And we need to know, what were you going to tell your lawyers? Your lawyers were going to tell. What were you going to tell about Donald Trump? It's in black and white. Your name's in the Epstein files. It says DOJ conversation. You had information about Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Information that was should have set you free, that you thought was strong enough to get you out of prison. And so Michael Cohen has a lot. So those are just three names, folks. There's plenty of more that we will add on to it, like Les Wexner. But Les Wexner, I think, already got subpoenaed. The Clintons already got subpoenaed. I'm putting names on there that haven't got subpoenaed. And I said, like I said to you, folks, it's not about left, right, Democrat, Republican, blue, green. I don't care. Elon Musk, absolutely. We're gonna Elon Peter Thiel. Thiel. We need him on there, absolutely. 100%. We need to be able, everybody's name, we don't have to wait. This is the one mistake the Democrats again are doing. They're, I'm going to be say it like it is. I saw Congressman Ro Khanna yesterday on Wajahid Ali. I came in late, and I know Congress. One of the responses Congressman Ro Khanna said is that they're waiting to get all the information so they could put together. Stop. You've waited to put together that whole impeachment, and Donald Trump blew up in your face. You have enough information. Plus, you might not get any more information. You might not see anything. They're scrubbing, they're destroying. You have in front of you right now three extremely important witnesses that could lead you, that could break this whole thing open. So what I'm saying to you is that petition is extremely important. So folks, I want you to make sure to go out there, and this is the objective of the day. If you do nothing else, is you sign that petition, and you have at least one, two, three, four, five, as many as you can. People go sign it. The other thing I need you to do is make sure, if you can, whatever you can, is you go donate and you contribute to the GoFundMe in Ukraine. As you could see, the GoFundMe, we raised it up because we've already got the generators, they're being delivered, and now we are looking to partner up with Jose Andreas from the World Kitchen. And that is going to be incredible because we're going to be able to help our community here. Each and every one of you are going to be able to help on a massive, massive national level. But until we get the Howard Buffetts, until we get the big money donors to come in and start really helping us out, it's up to us. So every dollar helps. So continue contributing. As you can see, Alexander's out there from morning to night delivering these generators to make sure people have heat, people have light, and people have food in there. And then the most important thing you could do, folks, is become paid subscribers, because that's how we build this platform. This is how we make sure that we get our voices out. Because the way the algorithms are set up, the way everything works, it's all about these paid subscribers, the way it makes it work. Believe me, I don't want to be, I'd rather you give that $8 to Ukraine or any other foundation. But it's an important thing because part of our mission is to be able to fight disinformation. Part of our mission is to be able to get you this information, to be able, so you could be ahead of the news and you could then go spread it. Because remember, this is not a show like the others where you're just coming here to listen. Everyone here is part of the movement. Each and every one of you, I count down, like I say, everybody could do something. After you get off this live, I expect you to close your eyes and say, what can I do today? Some of you could donate, some of you could contribute, some of you could become paid subscribers. And also, very importantly, I want to make sure that this is no pressure for those of you that can't. I don't want you to feel discouraged, and I don't want you to feel like you're pressured because you don't have the finances to contribute or to do those things, because it's not about that. We are a family. Because if you don't have it, that's why there's people on here that do have it and are able to help, because the main goal is to get the information out. And for those of you that can't contribute, can't become paid subscribers, you're still here. You're still part of the family. You still matter. You're still just as important, and maybe even more, because we need your signatures. We need your work. And don't forget our volunteer hotline. Our volunteer hotline, Lev PTTP at proton.me, is growing. We got over hundreds and hundreds, and I think soon over there's going to be thousands, and we're going to need more volunteers to help with the volunteers. So, folks, keep doing it, keep smashing those hearts, keep spreading it, and remember, I have some incredible big news coming up. I can't wait. Hopefully, I would be able to share with you, maybe even today, and maybe today's Friday, so you never know. But stay tuned. We are just getting started. We're going to hold everybody that is corrupt accountable, and we are here to speak truth to power. It doesn't matter what side. We're here for the people. We're here for the people of Ukraine. We're here for the people of the United States of America, for Canada, for all over the world. because it doesn't matter what religion you are. Like I always say, it doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter where you were born. We all bleed alike. We're all human beings. And the first thing we shall all remember is humanity. And that is one thing. And we stand together. And that's right, Debbie. It takes a village, and together we are more than that village together. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank God it's Friday. It's been a long week. I will be going live later on. Remember, later today, I think at 5 or 5:30 with Ben Mycelis. Make sure to stay tuned. We got a lot going on. Me and Ben are going to be breaking later. Also, I'll be going live, giving an update of the week in review. And obviously tomorrow, don't forget our special for all of you subscribers and paid subscribers especially, is our coffee and tea with Lev and Dean, where tomorrow 12 o'clock, where we're going to go into everything. We have special guests. You don't want to miss it. And as a paid subscriber, you're part of the conversation. So that's why another way I'm trying to give back to you guys. So anyway, have a great day. I'll speak to you in a little bit, and God bless you, and Slava Ukraini.